Why writing Cantonese is a good way to quickly learn Cantonese. Cantonese is the language spoken in Hong Kong by over 7 million people. The language is not easy to learn compared to Mandarin. Although Cantonese is a spoken language, it is crucial for students to learn how to write Cantonese characters. Only when you know how to write them, you can get to a higher level of Cantonese proficiency. Today I am going to tell you the advantages of writing Chinese Cantonese. 1. Writing Cantonese forces oneself to improve learning ability. Writing is a process of sharing. Take your own things and share them with others. If you want to get everyone's attention, you must ensure that the things you share are useful and attractive to everyone. Similarly, in order for the written articles to be recognized by everyone, the quality of the articles must be improved and they must be useful to readers. In order to continuously output useful articles, we must keep learning new knowledge, otherwise there will be no output without input. Therefore, when you learn Cantonese language, you want to use those words you have learned. How to do it? Write them down in an article and make new sentences with new sentences structures. For example, the summary of the book Essence version shared by myself is a sublimation and refinement of the book after reading the book, which has exercised my learning and summary ability. 2. Writing Cantonese helps you build a learning roadmap. How to write a good Cantonese language article. If you want to write good articles and make your words valuable to readers and accepted by readers, you need to improve your writing ability. Writing is output, which requires constant input to ensure, and reading is the most important input method. Then you need to practice your reading skills. How to efficiently obtain the essence of a book. How to learn knowledge in a field within a limited time. All you need is to improve your Chinese Cantonese reading ability. After reading, how to quickly recall the knowledge when it is used requires knowledge management skills. Learning how to save, how to use, and how to share. In the process of how to share, you need to learn PPT to achieve visual presentation and reduce the difficulty of reading. Sharing is also a process of communication. Learning to learn communication skills, how to make readers resonate, and how to let readers quickly know what they are talking about. To write analysis articles, you must learn how to think and analyze problems. What thinking and analysis models are available, how to use them, and when to use them. 3. Writing helps you break through your social circle. As you might already realize that the best way to learn languages to make friends who speak that language. If you are not dare go out to make friends, you will have too little contact with the outside world. Once you write enough articles online, for example, you have a blog, you can make a lot of friends in your city. Then your Cantonese level will significantly increase after meeting them or sharing information with them that explained why making friends online can quickly improve your language proficiency. The nature of my work also determines that the people I come into contact with are also limited to this field, and it is difficult to form an effective connection with people in other fields. However, because there is no field limitation in writing, the same hobby can bring together a group of friends who also like writing to form a connection that breaks through the social circle. 4. Writing Cantonese can tell you the difference between speaking and writing. Learners will notice the gap between what they want to say and what they can say, which leads them to recognize knowledge of the language they don't know or partially know. This function can stimulate the learner's initiative in cognition of new language knowledge, so as to absorb more effective input more actively. For example, when writing in Cantonese Chinese composition, we often encounter the situation that the words do not convey the meaning. This situation will prompt us to realize the insufficiency of our language expression, so as to improve it in a targeted manner, such as by checking the dictionary to determine the way of writing a certain professional term or the collocation of a certain word. learning a certain knowledge point or sentence pattern through a grammar book, and understanding the background information of a certain topic through a search engine. This exploratory process yields gains that cannot be obtained through extensive reading and listening practice alone. 5. Writing can refer to a function of language activation. In writing, we will continue to look for more suitable expressions, and we can also make targeted improvements to the problems exposed in it. Writing can also play a role in promoting reading and listening, which is what we often call reading with purpose, listening. Students who often practice writing should have this experience. In reading and listening, it is easy to notice content related to topics that have been written before or are being conceived, and can quickly extract information. This is a bit similar to the background running function of software. Although the brain is superficially processing other things, it is still in a subconscious state of monitoring, and will be awakened quickly once it encounters relevant information. 6. Writing can make you learn more vocabulary. Writing is the key to learn vocabularies. Why? Because when you write, you will find vocabularies you don't actually know how to say or write. Then you will look up the dictionary and try to find them. This is actually a great way to learn new vocabularies. By looking up the dictionary, I learned a lot of beautiful words and sentences, which can be used in my own work. When they are writing, if they come across a word they can't write, everyone can use the phonetic sequence to look up the spelling and find exactly the word they want. Looking up a dictionary can also cultivate children's ability to learn independently. I remember when my son was a child, I encountered a word that he did not know. He would ask the teacher or his parents and tell them, but then they would forget it, forming a cycle of repeated memorization and repeated forgetting. Since the second grade began to look up the dictionary, the first thing children think of when they encounter a word they cannot understand is the dictionary. They will open their beloved dictionary, and the beloved dictionary will tell them the answer. They not only know the word, but also I understand the meaning of the word, and the next time I encounter this word, I will basically remember it. How can we write better? Writing is the process of creating something out of nothing, and creation is one of the greatest joys of human beings. The sense of accomplishment brought by completing an article is enough to offset all the previous fatigue. Many people are reluctant to start doing something, often for the same reason: fear of not doing it well. The reality is that no one gets things right from the start. Practice makes perfect. If you choose not to start because you are worried about writing poorly, you will never be able to write well. Progress only happens when you start writing. I hope you can also start writing in the new year, to start this creative process, to improve your Cantonese level, and at the same time to make yourself a better person.